It's definitely an honor to have you on the show, King.
I appreciate you for even having me, brother.
Oh
Don't
yeah, oh
mind me.
yeah.
I'm in my little shop of horrors. I'm down in my basement. I'm in here fixing stuff. You know how I do if you're on my IG.
Oh yeah. No, no.
Open
That's
wires
what's up.
again.
That's what's up. We got a legend in the building. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It's another episode of Taye Speaks. We definitely got a pioneer in this thing that we call hip hop. Somebody we all respect, we all love, known for being fly, smooth, lyrical. So without further ado, for the viewers who may not know who you are, let them know what your name is, King, and definitely let them know where you're from.
My name is MC Shan. I'm an old school rapper. They call me an old head. Let me tell you something. That's a term of endearment when you get to my age. I'm from a place called Queensbridge. I'm actually put Queensbridge on the map. The first song about a particular hood that ever was made in history. Every time, they'd have songs about boroughs, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, but I was the first one to say, forget all that. We in Queens, but I'm talking about Queensbridge. That's a beautiful thing, but it's not my thing. And y'all can check it out on Google because y'all got internet now.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You definitely changed the way that people make music all around the world. Cause like you say, when you dropped that song, everybody was like, "I want to rep my hood now." You know what I'm saying? But that song has stood the test of time. That's a timeless record that even if you play it today, people get up and they get out their seat and they feel good when they listen to that record. And you was also telling a story though at the same time. You naming cats in the hood like that come from Shan. You know what I'm saying? People I don't remember because I'm kind of younger, but a lot of rappers wasn't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
It was basically when I was coming up, it was if you was gonna make a song about something, you was gonna write it about the DJ, like Marley Scratch, for instance. It was if the DJ let an MC get on the mic, the DJ was always the most important thing. If the DJ didn't like your rhymes, he wouldn't let you rock his party. None of that. So at one point, if you was gonna make a record, it would be about a DJ. And then we just veered off and we started repping hoods and you know what I'm saying? But hip hop, once upon a time, if the DJ, which is still and most important and integral part of what we do, because without the DJ, the music goes nowhere.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's
So
how it all
respect to the
started.
DJs all the time.
Oh yeah, most definitely. When and how did you first get exposed to hip hop? Was it something you seen on TV? Was it something you heard playing in your house on the radio, or was it something that you seen just right outside, in your own community?
See, unlike you young bucks that got introduced to it by the internet. See, back in the days when I was coming up, now remember, y'all want to talk about, I was lacing sandals with Jesus back then. This was
Mm,
that time in hip hop when hip hop was just becoming. So before all we had was the records that our mothers played on Sunday. We didn't have our own genre of music. There was none. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you either listen to your mother's music and then along came hip hop. That was the youth music. And so all of a sudden it was in the parks before it even got to records. The people you would see extension cords, people bringing extension cords so it could reach from the first floor window all the way to the river park, and they'd have
mm.
park jams. You know what I'm saying? That's the era I come from, where it's like the beginning. So I was just exposed to it. It was my music. That was it. It was now. It was said a hip hop. You hip it, the hip hop. You don't stop. The first record played on the radio. I was in that era. But
Mm.
before that, there was the Grandmaster Flashes, the Grandmaster Casses, you know what I'm saying, the Furious Four, the Fearless Four, Furious Fives, and they used to come to the Reese Center in Queensbridge. You would hear this, and I got exposed to the original Bronx hip hop, where it originated through them coming to the Reese Center, which was outside the back of my window. So when it came to hip hop, I had a blueprint already because I witnessed it, even if I wasn't from Uptown or the Bronx.
Oh man, I know them park jams had to be phenomenal, man. Wow, thank you for sharing that. Truly appreciate that. Now, my next question is, when did you start to get involved? What inspired you, and when did you say, I'm gonna participate in this now?
All right, when Roxanne Shante made that Roxanne, Roxanne, when she did that. Now, before that, we used to just rhyme on the benches. We had a little rhyme crew, me, Infinite, Jazzy Raw, Kim, and and Shante and myself. We used to rhyme all day off the top of our heads, honing our skills.
So what was it like growing up in Queensbridge? Because if I'm not mistaken, was it like the largest housing projects in the world at one time, or in the country?
It had, yeah, it's 96 buildings. It might still be. It was 96 buildings spread across 6 blocks. There was the
Mm.
40th side, and then there was the 41st side. Three blocks on each. One, two, three, one, two, three. Now the funniest shit about Queensbridge is that you had 6 blocks that was a different community within itself. People on this 12th Street didn't act like people on this 12th Street. This Vernon over here was full of shooters and all of that. This Vernon over here, Chongo and them had all the good, crazy, ill weed and ice in them crazy ass. And 10th Street had the block with the basketball and most of the drugs sold right there. You know what I'm saying? The other side, they had the other side of 10th Street with the child care spot. It was just
Wow.
a different world in Queensbridge, depending on what block you was on. And if you didn't have juice on that block, you couldn't go on that block. And that's the real wild shit.
Right, right. I'm glad you broke it down like that because from the outside looking in, a lot of fans is like Queensbridge is all together, so all the rappers should get along, they should move together. But like you say, when you live there and you grow up, it's kind of different. And a lot of cities, I
It
guess, is
was,
like, you know.
listen, a city within a city. The Queensbridge that I remember, the one that I see now, is looks like a daggone a Gestapo ghetto in East Germany back in 1942 with big spotlights, and it's like daytime all day. That got to do something mentally, psychologically to you. That is daytime all the time.
Definitely, definitely.